Evening folks, door 8 on the advent calendar's coming up and the dog has been eagerly awaiting and wondering why it's taking this long. So Jess, what we got? We're in door 8. Look, what we got? Oh, hang on a minute, I've got pushed down on them. Oh, where's it? Excuse me a minute. One. Two. Three. Yeah, 3. She does like these. Watch. Just watch. Now she's being very, very gentle here. Sometimes she does actually catch her fingers, but today she's been very, very gentle. That's door 8 on the doggy advent calendar, and obviously that's a yes from the dog. No more now, all gone. All gone, look. Yeah. Go get a drink. Good girl. Ever faithful dog. Okay folks, day 8 of my advent calendar's Star Wars. If by the chance you hear any strange noises in the background, it's the dog looking for attention. She keeps whimpering and looking at me. I think she wants what's in my advent calendar as well, although it wouldn't do her any good. So day 8 of the Star Wars calendar. And we have, oh, let's see, we have, oh, it's what the dog sometimes sounds like when she starts growling. It's Chewbacca. Ooh. Is that better? Now I know sometimes those pictures don't come out very clear of the coins, but what I will be doing, I'll be taking a picture of each coin and showing them you as I've opened them. Well, I won't, but Deb says she will for me, bless her. Won't you, Deb? There you are, big thumbs up from Deb. So that's day 8 on the Star Wars calendar, and it's looking rather good at the moment. Can't believe we're a third of the way through it. Again, there was a little bit of a delay there between boxes because the dog decided that she wanted a fuss at exactly the same time I normally go straight on to my next box. So she's had a bit of a fuss, she's settled in a bed now. I will get on with door 8 of the mini Funko Pop calendar. Remember yesterday we had Venom, wasn't it? Was it Venom? Today we have... Okay. Too sure that is. Oh, Daredevil. Can you see him okay? No. Daredevil. There's no point looking at the back of him because all it is red. So that's number 8 in the mini Funko Pop calendar, Daredevil. Evening folks, it's Sunday evening and it's whatever. It's been a quiet day again today, not done a lot with it being a Sunday, and the weather has been ridiculous. We've had a lot of rain today and also the wind, but I did check last night and it did say that we were up to 70-mile-an-hour gusts on the coast, which is quite breezy, and I'm glad I didn't go out in it because there's no way I'd have stayed on my feet if I'd have tried. Hope you're all well on this Sunday. I've been enjoying doing these 3 lists, these top 3. I've come up today with a good one. The top 3 foods for me at Christmas. The top 3 things I could not go through Christmas without having. Now the third one is something which everybody, well, not everybody, but most people like, and that's the good old mince pie. I can't eat the mince pies that are out of shops for some reason now, because Deb makes her own. And when I say she makes her own, they're absolutely fantastic. They are so good, in fact, that people actually ask for them at Christmas. She actually makes them for other people at Christmas, along with a lot of her other baking. She makes coconut tarts. She does Christmas pie, Christmas pudding. I'll get that in a minute. Christmas cakes. She does jam tarts. She does. What else does she do? Loads of different things. She does tons. And baking for other people. She does corned beef pies, chicken pies. There's one thing I can't remember what it's called. I think it begins with F. It's some chocolate thing I like. Florentines, that's him. Florentines. She does them as well. They are gorgeous. So number 3 would be my mince pie. Now number 2 is something that not a lot of people have on Christmas dinner, but we do, and we love it, and that's the good old Yorkshire pudding. I love Yorkshire pudding at Christmas. I really do. I love having it on my Christmas dinner. Love having a spare one for later on as well, so I can eat it cold. Now this is a strange one, this, but when I was younger and I lived in Stoke-on-Trent, my mum actually used to wait till Yorkshire pudding had gone cold and then put jam on it, which is acquired taste. Trust me, it is very much acquired taste. I don't mind it. It's not something I'd go ape over, but it is, you know, something that I don't mind it. I don't mind it. If somebody gave me a Yorkshire pudding with jam on it, I wouldn't turn it down. Stranger that I am. So number 3, mince pies. Number 2, Yorkshire pudding. And my top favourite food at Christmas, and I can literally get through hundreds of these. I don't know why, because it's only 2 things put together, and that's pigs in blankets, pigs in parcels, whatever you want to call them. There was one particular Christmas where I think I ate 20 of them before my Christmas dinner, and I still managed to wolf down a plate of Christmas dinner as well, with pigs in blankets on them. I don't know what it is about pigs in blankets, I just love them. I used to go to my sister's at Christmas, and my nephew, my oldest nephew, he used to always complain because whenever I went up, there was never enough pigs in blankets for everybody else. And one particular time, I'd gone up there, and he'd gone up there, and he decided in his infinite wisdom to try and eat one straight out the oven. My sister warned him and said, don't touch them, they are red hot, they've only just come out the oven, and he picked one up and put it in his mouth. And it came out very, very fast. He burnt inside his mouth from eating it. So yes, my 3 favourite foods are mince pies, Yorkshire puddings, and then good old pigs in blankets. I'm not really one for having roast dinners in the year, I must admit. I don't mind the odd, you know, I might have sausages, mash and veg or something, or one of Deb's homemade chicken pies with a bit of mash and veg. But I don't go for all the Sunday dinners every week. I think that's why I look forward to Christmas so much. Because I do have one on Christmas Day and Boxing Day, and then I have one New Year's Day. This year we'll be having an extra one as well, because we've got friends coming, well, relatives, earlier the Christmas week. So yeah, it's just one of those things. I've never been that bothered at all. I'm just waiting, to be honest with you. I mean, what we're on now, we're on the 8th. I'm wondering how long it'll be before we get us first carol singers. Because I remember years and years ago, we used to go carol singing, me and my mate, and I'm talking, I would have only been 12, 13 maybe, and we used to go carol singing, but we did proper carol singing. We actually knew carols, so we would sing a carol, proper carol, not We Wish You a Merry Christmas, because that is not a Christmas carol. We would sing things like O Little Town of Bethlehem, Once in Royal David City, Ought the Herald Angels Sing, you know, and we knew these, and we would sing them. Then we would knock on the door while we carried on singing, and we would carry on singing some more, and if nobody came, then we'd move on to the next house. Nowadays, it's knock, 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 wait until they see the lights come on in the hallway, say, we wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and expect something for it. And I just think that's wrong, I really do. That isn't Christmas carol singing to me. That's almost begging, really, because you're not doing anything to get the money, you just want the money for saying we wish you a Merry Christmas. And we used to do it totally different than that. I also remember that one particular time, this is a bit of reminiscing, me and my friend were doing an area we hadn't done before, which was the lower part of Cobridge, down by this chip shop called Yorkshire Fisheries. And as we were going, we did the carol, and we knocked on the door, and we carried on singing, and this gentleman came, and he opened the door, and he looked at us, and we thought, right, and he carried on looking at us while we were singing, And after we were finished, he sort of looked at us and said, "Come in," but in a Eastern European accent. He said, "Come in, come in." So we thought, hey up, this is a bit dodgy, but we stepped in, you know, being young and idiots. We stepped in, and he led us through to this room, and in this room there must have been 20 people, all sitting round this massive dinner table, and they were all Polish. And they had us sitting down, and they gave us something to eat, and the reason was they were from Poland, and they were playing Polish Christmas carols on this record player. That's going back a bit. This record player, and they said we were the first ones that had actually sung a carol at the door. They'd had about 10 or 15 lots over the week, but we were the first ones who'd sung a carol. And they had us in, and we had, we listened to the music and heard some stories and stuff, and had a laugh. And we must have been there an hour. We must have been there close on an hour. And before we left, they all dug in the pockets and gave us some money, and we ended up with about £14 between us. Now, bear in mind, back in 1986, 86, yeah, it would have been about 86, 87, £14 for one house was astronomical. You didn't get that. You usually got about 10 pence or something. But because we used to do proper carol singing, people wanted us to be there. Another one we went to, it was really funny, we went to one house, and the gentleman came, and then he just said to us, "Just wait there a minute," and he disappeared, and we thought, oh God, he's just going to, get us a couple of get us £1 or 10 pence or whatever. And he come back, and he brought his wife and his child, his little it must have been about 1 year old, and they stood on the doorstep of this house while we went through about 4 Christmas carols, and they give us quite a bit of money as well, and they were dead chuffed. It was like, it was like something like the Dickensian times. It was like, what's going on here? But yeah, we always used to make sure we sung proper carols, because at the end of the day, if you go carol singing, the definition is carol singing. You sing a Christmas carol. We Wish You a Merry Christmas is never and has never been a Christmas carol. So I just don't see the point of standing there saying we wish you a Merry Christmas and then expecting money for it. You could get that downtown. We used to give them something that, was a proper Christmas carol. And I miss that, I really do. If somebody came now and sang a Christmas carol at the door and carried on singing a Christmas carol, and I opened the door and they were still singing, I'd think a lot more of them, you know what I mean? But nowadays it's just a money-making scam. And it just takes a bit of the fun out of Christmas, really. Some of the stuff what we used to do. I do reminisce a lot, you'll notice that on my videos, because I still think that my childhood, especially, even though I was bullied, and I didn't have a brilliant childhood because we were brought up with nothing, absolutely nothing. I'm not kidding. We didn't have pardon the expression, a pot to pee in. We didn't have anything, nothing at all. And but we still come out of it great. We've still come out of it how we are. And I just miss the whole tradition of Christmas. It's just something that's died out completely. You don't get it no more. You don't get that community Christmas spirit that you used to get, which is sad. But yeah, I just think that the 80s, because I was 8 when they started and 18 when they ended, I think they were the fantastic decade. They had the best music, they had the best films, they had the best clothes, which are now making a comeback. Although some of the clothes, yeah, they were best left forgotten about. Glow-in-the-dark leg warmers, raw skirts for the girls and stuff. It was a bit dodge. Anyway, but most of the fashion's coming back anyway. So the 80s are now the 2020s coming up. And I said to Deb the other day, I said, I know what's going to happen next year anyway. She says, do you? I said, yeah. I said, I've got 2020 vision. Sorry, bad joke, but it is Sunday, and I'm always allowed a bad joke on a Sunday. So I've done my 10 minutes. I hope I haven't bored you too much. Now, coming up, I've got a picture of all of the Funko Pops out my calendar that I've had so far, numbers 1 to 8. I'll do it today, and then I'll do 9 to 16, and then 17 to 24. And then the final day, or maybe the day after, I will do a complete gallery of all 24 pictures. I might do the same with my coins yet. I've not made my mind up. So that's Good Sunday. You all enjoy yourselves, and I'll do another vlog soon. What's that?
What's the matter, Jen?
Hi, I hope you enjoyed the vlog, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up and a like. Thank you very much. And if you like what you saw, you can subscribe by clicking there. And if you want to see what I did yesterday, you've just got to click up there. Bye for now.